Hello and welcome to another coronavirus pandemic update for Sunday, October 9th, 2022. We don't usually do these on Sunday, or at least I don't normally do these on Sunday, but there's a couple things in the data I want to point out that are relatively interesting. And there's definitely enough data here for me to make a video today, so let's get into it. Let's just start off with the community transmission map. Majority of the country is at high levels of transmission, 51.18%. Substantial makes up 25.92%. Moderate makes up 18%. Low makes up 4.9%. So the shift towards substantial is still happening, but it's not as much. It's starting to slow now. I think high transmission is going to start to come back again soon. Taking a look at the variant proportions, BA.5, 79.2%, BA 4.6, 13.6%, BF 0.7, 4.6%, BA 2.75, 1.8%, BA 0.4, 0.8%. Tomorrow we will do a full dedicated subvariant video breaking down all the regions like we do every week. Alright, taking a look at the national data. Not a lot of states came in, but there's some stuff here I want to point out. First off, the cases. 6,297 new cases so far today. Just 4 new deaths. 86,000 tests. And 26,122 people in the hospital. That's down by 286. ICUs are at 3,053. That's down by 29%. Alright, there's some things I want to show you in the Northeast. We've been focusing on the Northeast a lot lately. And I'm going to be continuing to do that because that's where we're watching for the biggest increases. First off, does everyone remember when Vermont was claimed to be the most vaccinated state and the media kind of ignored it? Let's come down here and take a look at something in Vermont. I just noticed this the other day. Actually, no, today. And it's really concerning to me. Check out Vermont Hospitalizations. Vermont is now up to 62 people in the hospital, right? Let's fast back to last year at this time. First off, their all-time record is right here, 122. They're halfway to their all-time record and still rising. The baseline for this early is really high. So we're at October 9th, right? Last year on October 9th. This is October 9th of 2021. They only had 30 people hospitalized at this time. This is with vaccines. This is with boosters now. And here we are. It's double what it was last year. 30 people hospitalized last year at this time. Coming back up here. Coming all the way back up. Fast forward to today. More than doubled. 62 people in the hospital. We have Paxlovid. We have boosters. Booster uptake we know is low across the country. And here we are. Hospitalizations are higher than this time last year. Yet the media is not hardly ever covering COVID. Biden said COVID's over. He said the pandemic is over. And here's one state that's worse. Let's see. We're not going to go through every state. But there was another state that I checked. Massachusetts. Look at this. And we're going to check New Hampshire after this too. I personally did not check New Hampshire. We're going to just do that right in this video. Here's Massachusetts. October 9th, 833 hospitalized. How about October 9th of last year? October 9th of last year, 562. So that is significantly higher this year than it was last year. And mind you, look what happened last year after this time. Yeah, it dropped a little bit, but then November came along, and kaboom, it exploded. And it exploded all the way up until middle of January to over 3,000. It's not good that you're starting off higher in these two states. I would like to check New Hampshire while we're at it too, shall we? Now this is new to me. I haven't checked New Hampshire before I did the video, but what the heck, I want to check now. Because I got a suspicion New Hampshire could be higher. Maybe not, because Maine actually right now is not higher. And New York State, I do not believe is higher either. So New Hampshire, currently 170. Let's see here. And New Hampshire at this time last year, October 9th, ever so slightly higher than last year. So, yeah, that's the third state. And we know New York State New York State, I believe, is lower. You know what? Let's check New York State, shall we? Let's check New York State on here. So New York State currently is at 2,433. That's what they're going with here. HHS is lower today for some reason. I don't know why. But let's come down here to today or excuse me, last year for New York State. And it should be relatively similar. Yeah, it's slightly lower than it was this time last year. But there's our 3 states I just showed you. Vermont, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts, especially Vermont. Vermont is doubled. That's very concerning, and that's not a good thing. All right, the national COVID hospitalizations are as follows: 25,759. It's still dropping. I don't know how much more it's going to drop. I think eventually it's going to reverse and rise. And whether it's still dropping or not, I think come November it will definitely be rising, because that's when the modeling shows coronavirus starting to go up more. Taking a look at New York State, the most recent update we have here is 4,000. Or no, excuse me, here it just updated. 3,690 cases, 6.1% positivity. Let's see if hospitalizations updated anymore. I don't think it did. And no, it's the same update that we have on the Medeva website. Latest update out of Texas, which would be back to Friday, 1,359 hospitalized, and testing 7.79% positivity rate. And let's just take a look at Walgreens here real quickly, shall we? And you're going to see here it's continuing to actually rise in the states of Vermont. It's now 33.3% positive. New Hampshire's 35% positive. Maine 33.2% positive. Louisiana is really starting to rise now, 18% positive. But it's not enough for the national positivity to go up yet. It's still down 1%. That could change this week. And you got some southeastern states that are the reason for that. They're just continuing to drop. But Texas is starting to flatten out here. Still down 1%, but it's not dropping as much. California is now starting to ever so slightly rise. And actually, if you look at the chart here, it's a sudden abrupt upward change. So that's telling me pretty soon, unless these southern states really continue to drop, we're probably going to start to see the national positivity rise again. And I expect by the time this month is done, it's going to be back above 30% again at Walgreens. Alrighty, thank you for watching this video. Stay safe, everyone, and remember to hit the like and subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching.